Hey guys, today we're on Jefferson Tours and Charters, and we're on their tour that takes you to Asheville, North Carolina, to the Biltmore Mansion. And this is the special thing they do every year. It's called Biltmore Candlelight Christmas. And inside the mansion is all decorated for Christmas.
The gatehouse, yeah. That's the gatehouse. Right. But you're talking about here to the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like a visitor center.
Yeah. This is the gatehouse that was flooded last year. We were scheduled to come here last year, but it was canceled due to the flooding. George Vanderbilt first opened his magnificent 8,000-acre estate to guests on Christmas Eve, 1895. The road winds around 3 miles leading up to the estate, which used to be taken by horse and buggy.
We're going to make a right here, and you'll be able to see the mansion really good. It's a great view.
You'll notice as we begin to turn, the sun is beginning to set over the Blue Ridge Mountains. So picturesque. And there it is, the beautiful Biltmore House, which is still privately owned and operated by the 4th and 5th generations of the Vanderbilt family. The estate welcomes more than 1 million guests every year, offering everyone a chance to make memories that last a lifetime. Here we are at the Biltmore, and it's approaching sunset. It's going to be pitch dark by the time we get out of Biltmore, so we wanted to get a little bit of video while it's still daylight. It's hard to believe this is a residence, 35 bedrooms. Wow. And then we're going to turn around where our bus is over here. It's our bus. And then they have a tree, and this is the entrance there. Security everywhere. We're going to go through security now. Before we can go anywhere, we have to go through security. So that's where we're headed now. The Biltmore House is America's largest home. It spans 175,000 square feet, which is more than 4 acres of floor space. Hard to imagine. The 250-room French Renaissance chateau includes 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. It's hard to even imagine the vastness of this place. Before we took our tour of the house, we went and had dinner at the stable, which is on property. We also went through several of their gift shops while waiting for our time to tour the mansion. We'll share our dining experience at the stable in next week's video. Our time to tour the house was 7 to 9 p.m. So as we were waiting to take our tour, we're standing in line and looking at the mansion in the darkness. It looks quite different at dark than it does in the light. The tour is a self-guided free audio tour They give you a listening device that you can listen to what each room has to offer as you walk through the mansion.
Okay, three of you right ahead. Hi, how you doing? Just a second. We can only have so many people up on the stairs. That's right.
This is called the Winter Garden, and it sits in the middle of the foyer. And this is where the family would sit and enjoy the beautiful plants and enjoy the sunshine during the winter months. We then make our way to the billiards room. If you see the listening devices that people are holding, this is what they give you as you enter the mansion.
Continue moving as far into this room as you can and take a look around. This space is designed for one thing. It's about fun. Curator Megan Forrest Singer.
We know that they would retreat there after dinner and they would play card games, they would play billiards, they would have beverages, and they would just enjoy each other's company.
We then entered the great dining hall, which was quite impressive. That massive fireplace was actually 3.
As you move all the way into the banquet hall, imagine dinner here on Christmas Eve, 1895. George had invited his family to celebrate his new home. 27 men and women of the Gilded Age in their finest formal attire, all seated around this table.
Notice the huge pipe organ, which is opposite the fireplace. It is massive. We'll see later in the basement what powers that organ.
Less formal than the banquet hall, the breakfast room hosted more intimate meals. Today, the blinds are drawn to protect the art and furnishings from damaging light. However, imagine the windows open, bathing the space in morning sunshine and mountain breezes. Over breakfast or lunch, sipping coffee or tea from monogrammed cups. Please continue moving as far into the salon as you can. For the entire time George Vanderbilt lived here, this space was unfinished and for the most part empty. Today, the family has it styled the way it was intended, as a French sitting room filled with items from George's travels. But within these furnishings and objects is another story. George didn't just collect things. He collected views, specifically through landscape paintings. At the far end of the salon are 2 landscape paintings by artist Claude Monet. Indeed, his love of beautiful views influenced his decision to purchase land here in Asheville, North Carolina. George Vanderbilt described his first impression.
I came to Asheville with my mother. We found the air mild and invigorating, and I thought well of the climate. I enjoyed the distant scenery. I took long rambles and found pleasure in doing so. In one of them, I came to this spot.
Please continue into the room as far as you can. Like the salon, this room was unfinished in George and Edith's time, hidden behind curtains with bare brick walls. Today, it is the music room, ready for Christmas carols on the pianoforte beside the glow of a crackling fire. The transition from bare walls to finished room was completed by George's grandson, William Amherst Vanderbilt Cecil, in 1976. It was the first major preservation project in Biltmore history. Over the years, each generation created new Christmas traditions at Biltmore. William made his own mark by sharing Christmas at Biltmore with the public and creating the festive season we enjoy today. Welcome to the Tapestry Gallery, so named for the silk and wool tapestries hanging across the back wall. Originally created in the early 1500s as part of a set titled The Triumph of the Seven Virtues, these three, from left to right, represent prudence, faith, and charity. The way into the library, look up.
The ceiling in the library was quite spectacular. The library was one of our favorite rooms. The details were just exquisite. It even had other entrances from the top so that guests could make their way to the library without going through the main part of the home.
His 13-year-old daughter, Cornelia, inherited the home and estate. Edith immediately took on the enormous.
We love how the family has embraced the mission to preserve this national landmark. It is such a beautiful place, and it deserves to be preserved so that generations to come can see this beautiful property. The only place we were not allowed to video was while we were on the grand staircase, although we will show you pictures. This is the living area of the second level of the mansion. This is a picture of the family, and this depiction shows who each person is in the portrait. We thought it was pretty amazing, and also to see the older Vanderbilts in the back painting behind them. This was George Vanderbilt's bedchamber. He and Mrs. Vanderbilt had separate bedrooms, which was customary back in that day. His was very masculine, very dark, and in between they had the oak sitting room, and this is where the family would come together in the evenings. The oak sitting room was aptly named for those beautiful oak walls. It was something to see. You can just imagine the family spending time together in this space. As we exit the oak sitting room, we come into Mrs. Vanderbilt's bedchamber. Hers was very feminine and more bright than Mr. Vanderbilt's. This is looking out the window from upstairs. Then we entered into the third floor, where they had a lady playing the harp as we entered. They had another sitting space on the third floor, and the third floor is where they had most of their guest rooms. And here are some pictures of that gorgeous grand staircase. If you go on the tour, be prepared to go up and down a lot of stairs. There is an elevator, but it only goes to the second floor. And here on the third floor, we were able to look and see several of the guest rooms. When people would come to visit the Vanderbilts, they would stay on the third floor. This is the room where Cornelia Vanderbilt was born in 1900. She was the only child of George and Edith. We were surprised how many rooms of the mansion that we were actually able to see. In no way did we see all 250, but we did get to see more than we thought we would. And the architecture and the furnishings were just so great to see. We highly recommend, if you get the opportunity, to take this tour. It's just so amazing to see this in person and to see how people lived way back then. Then we made our way down to the basement. They called this the stone corridor. It was actually the foundation of this massive estate. They had a display of the history of this house down in the basement, and it was so interesting to see. Construction began in 1889, and after 6 years, the house opened on Christmas Eve of 1895. It took quite an effort to build this massive structure. They also had a bowling alley in the basement of the Biltmore. They also had women's dressing rooms down in the basement because in that day it wasn't proper for a woman to walk through the home if she wasn't properly dressed. So to do her workout in the gym or go swimming, she would have to change. So they had a changing room for the women. And this is the indoor pool, which no longer holds water, but quite impressive for the 1800s. And this is what their gym looked like in the 1800s. They had quite a setup in their basement. The main kitchen of the home was also located in the basement. They had a large gingerbread house displayed down there on the table, which was beautiful. In those days, they prepared the food in the basement and then brought it up by dumbwaiters up to the main dining room. The staff would eat down here, and this is what powers that big pipe organ upstairs. The laundry was also located in the basement and quite a fascinating setup. This is their washer, worked by a pulley, and this is where they hung all their sheets and bedding to dry. This was a special wing just for the bachelors so they could go smoke and look at their guns. While the Biltmore estate is currently 8,000 acres, it was 125,000 during Vanderbilt's lifetime, but after his death, his widow donated a vast amount of their property to the federal government to create Pisgah National Forest. It's one of the first national forests east of the Mississippi. This was truly an amazing place to see. And in the next few weeks, we're going to show you around the property and the gardens of the estate in subsequent videos. And this is what that amazing staircase looks like from the outside of the home. Join us next week as we share our dinner at the stables. If you would like to see more of our videos, click the video that just popped up on your screen.